The way people approach problems determines whether they get solved efficiently or become ongoing frustrations. Some rush in with quick fixes, while others overanalyze, unsure where to begin. Could it be that problem solving isn't about choosing between speed and depth, but about having a structured way to think? This begins with conceptualizing, identifying the broader context of the issue. When people take the time to frame a problem correctly, they avoid reacting to surface-level symptoms and start addressing the root cause. What if thinking was less about reacting and more about shaping the best possible outcome? I've noticed that without structure, teams waste time revisiting the same issues. Cognizing, becoming aware of potential solutions, is often the missing step. People get stuck in familiar patterns, failing to recognize alternative approaches. Could it be that many problems persist not because they're complex, but because they weren't examined from the right angle? When teams shift from reacting to exploring possibilities systematically, solutions emerge naturally. What if structured thinking wasn't about restriction, but about uncovering options that weren't immediately obvious? Understanding complexities and interdependencies, comprehending, is what separates quick fixes from sustainable solutions. Rushing forward without clarity leads to treating symptoms rather than causes, while overthinking creates delays. I've seen that when people analyze how different factors influence a problem, they make smarter decisions. Could it be that structured thinking allows teams to avoid unnecessary rework and make connections they wouldn't otherwise see? What if the key to solving problems faster wasn't about acting quickly, but about thinking more clearly? Even when teams recognize a problem and explore solutions, characterizing, defining actionable steps can be a challenge. Some ideas sound great in theory, but fall apart in execution. Could it be that many teams fail not because they lack good ideas, but because they don't translate those ideas into precise actions? I've seen organizations struggle with implementation simply because they didn't define clear next steps. What if every problem-solving effort ended with not just an idea, but a structured plan to bring it to life? Effective problem-solving ultimately requires concluding, arriving at well-informed decisions. Without a clear conclusion, teams stay stuck in endless discussions or second-guess themselves. I've noticed that the best decision-makers aren't necessarily the most experienced. They're the ones who trust a structured process. Could it be that success isn't about having perfect answers, but about following a strong decision-making framework? When teams approach challenges with a clear method, they stop wasting energy on uncertainty and move forward with confidence. Problem-solving isn't just an individual effort, it's how well a team collaborates in thinking critically together. When organizations conceptualize the issue, cognize possibilities, comprehend complexity, characterize actions, and conclude with clarity, they create a culture of critical thinking. Could it be that the biggest workplace frustrations aren't caused by workload, but by chaotic thinking? I've seen teams transform when they shift from reacting emotionally to thinking structurally. What if the real advantage wasn't about working harder, but about thinking better? I keep coming back to this. Structured problem solving isn't about slowing down. It's about moving with intention. When teams approach challenges with a critical thinking mindset, they navigate complexity with ease. What if workplaces stopped treating thinking as an afterthought and instead prioritized it as a core skill? The best organizations aren't necessarily the ones with the most resources. They're the ones where people know how to think, adapt, and solve problems with precision. Maybe the key to real progress isn't just action, it's clarity in how we get there. Structured thinking isn't just about problem solving. It's about transforming how individuals and teams approach challenges. Could it be that the real reason problems persist isn't a lack of intelligence, but a lack of structured thinking? A critical thinking workshop using the 5 C's and 8 D's model provides employees with a framework to break down complex issues, explore solutions from multiple angles, and make better decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively or overanalyzing, participants learn how to navigate challenges systematically, ensuring more effective and sustainable outcomes. The process begins with conceptualizing, identifying the broader context of a problem. Many teams struggle with challenges not because they lack solutions, but because they fail to define the real issue. Could it be that many problems are simply misdiagnosed? A structured thinking workshop trains participants to step back, analyze underlying causes, and ask the right questions before jumping to solutions. By engaging in exercises that refine problem definition, teams learn to prevent wasted effort and misguided strategies. Once the problem is clearly defined, cognizing helps teams generate and evaluate solutions. Too often, organizations rely on a few key decision makers to propose ideas, leaving others disengaged. But what if every employee had the tools to contribute meaningfully? By integrating the 8 dimensions of critical thinking, eights, including intuition, logic, sensing, and perceiving, workshop participants expand their ability to approach challenges from different perspectives, uncovering solutions that may not have been immediately obvious. Comprehending ensures that participants don't just identify solutions, but also understand their complexities and interdependencies. Many organizations make decisions in silos, implementing changes without considering the ripple effects. Could it be that structured thinking helps teams anticipate unintended consequences and refine strategies before execution? A critical thinking workshop trains employees to think beyond isolated fixes and develop holistic solutions that align with broader organizational goals. Even the best solutions fail without clear execution. Characterizing and structured problem solving is about defining practical, actionable steps. Many teams come up with great ideas but struggle to implement them effectively. Could it be that the issue isn't a lack of creativity, but a lack of structured follow-through? By engaging in exercises that translate insights into measurable actions, participants develop the discipline to move from ideas to execution, ensuring solutions don't get stuck at the discussion stage. The final step, concluding, helps employees refine decision-making. Many workplace challenges stem from either indecisiveness or rushed choices. But what if structured thinking allowed employees to reach conclusions with greater confidence and clarity? A critical thinking workshop emphasizes how to weigh evidence, balance intuition with data, and make informed choices that serve both short and long-term objectives. When teams learn how to conclude effectively, they not only solve immediate problems, but also develop a culture of strategic, well-reasoned decision-making. The 5 C's and 8 D's model in a structured thinking workshop isn't just about improving individual problem solving, it's about creating a shared approach to challenges across an organization. Could it be that the companies that thrive aren't the ones that avoid problems, but the ones that navigate them with precision? By training employees in structured thinking, organizations reduce inefficiency, improve collaboration, and empower individuals to take ownership of solutions, ensuring that problem solving becomes a strength, not a struggle.